Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Karsh the Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave. Welcome to the channel. This is going to be another adventure of the single class challenge. Today we have a group of barbarians all willing to take on the Sunless Citadel. One's hoping that the Sunless Citadel has a hint in its name that there's not going to be many sunlight, but the others are all ready for a battle, and I think one's just wanting some cash. We've got some mixed motivations here. So, as always, or as we've just started really, we have chat dice that are active. So if you donate $5 with the colour of your champion, that person gets, so just hashtag with the colour next to it, that person will get a chat dice which can be used for attack rolls, saving throws, damage rolls or skill checks. That has to be clicked beforehand, so it can be work, it can be bad. And if there's an advantage on the roll or disadvantage, it also kicks in, so that works with the 5th edition rule set as well. If you want to be nasty and say, donate to me, I get a D6, but you have to pay $10 for that. Because, well, it's already a nasty enough dungeon. But other than that, we have 4 contestants on the line here. They want to take on the Sunless Citadel, the first actual true dungeon that the Silver Daggers, the owners of this Grand Tavern, took on, survived, and defeated. So today we have Treant Monk. Please introduce yourself and your character.
Well, I'm Treant Monk, and my character is Bjorn, and he's gonna hang out with these tough guys here and take on this challenge. There won't be any dilly-dally while I'm around.
And thank you, Husky. I wonder who that is following now. So, we'll go to Husky. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, my name's Husky, and I will be spending this lovely campaign playing Montgomery Python. It'll be an excellent time.
Gee, I wonder which race that might be.
I wonder.
Tyler?
Hey, my name's Tyler. I will be playing Jaleel, the Bugbear Barbarian. Pretty excited. He can be a little aggressive sometimes, but looking forward to the campaign.
I think every barbarian's an aggressive sort of person. It's kind of in the nature. And last, we have Scramph.
'Tis I. I am Scramph. I am playing a Durgar Barbarian, and he's just in it for a good fight.
So, we find ourselves, well, you found yourselves in the tavern of the Goblin Tavern, Goblin Cave Tavern, I should say, and you signed yourself up for the adventure, for the challenge, for the gold, and for the glory, of course, of finishing the Sunless Citadel. You have 16 hours to actually finish it, and that equates to 4 sessions, which we do 4 hours each on the session. Well, there's introductions and whatnot as well. And so we're going to go straight into it, and I'm going to move you into the fortress top. And there we go. So into the fortress top, I'll let you load up and I'll give you the description of the fortress top. I've got to find my descriptions, of course. You're standing on a sandy ledge that overlooks a subterranean gulf. Darkness is eternal underneath you. The ledge is wide enough for you to stand on, but is rough and sandy. Rock debris and bones are sitting around of small animals. There's a small stairway that zigzags down into the darkness below. And each chasm on either side of you is 250 feet, and the darkness, well, you don't know how far that goes down either. And this is where you find yourself. So we'll move ourselves across. There we are. I will also note I will be generous because of the let's just say the The last time we ran this game, everyone died pretty much straight away. So have inspiration just in case as the start of the adventure. I don't want to have people dying right away. So this is where we find ourselves on the spire, on the pinnacle. And everything should be loaded up for you. Yep, there we go. So it is on you. What would you like to do?
All right, come on, let's get going. We don't want to stand here all day, do we? We have a challenge to complete. And he's gonna wander up to the stairs and get ready to just keep on going down. Come on, come on!
Darn tootin'!
Ah, he's got the right idea.
I'm coming.
Yeah, you better damn well be. Ha! What challenge this is? It's just a bunch of stairs. Come on, when's the real action gonna start?
Hold on a cotton-picking minute!
I picked no cotton, I picked blood off my axe.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
That is a really bad way to clean it.
What do you know about axe cleaning? I've had this axe for centuries. Oh, you young whippersnapper.
Oops, wrong button. So right about there is when we have our turn order. That's when we pause. Because there's something about to happen. Out of the darkness, or from the rocks and from the debris, emerge some, well, nasties. They were hiding there, waiting for the next level, next group of adventurers to turn up. And that's where we start. Let's get them out of the token layer into the light.
First roll of the session, nat 20. Oof. It's gonna be fun.
There we go. That's actually some really good initiatives. Shockingly good. And that balances it out a little bit.
You had to say it.
Thank you for balancing things out for me. So a group of giant rats scurry from around the edges of the cliff without you noticing, and then they're about to jump on you, but you actually react before them.
This is more like it.
Let's get this in order. It's on Bjorn or Orten. Which one wants to go first?
Oh, out of my way, short stuff.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right, I rage. Arrgh! Get off my lawn! And
So which one are you attacking?
oh, I am attacking that one that just got pinged. That
Okay.
one. All right.
Yep, that's how to ping. Holding down.
Okay.
Now everyone pings. That's normal. Oh, 21 to attack, 12 damage. So you can see the health bars. This is just how much dead it is. So you can't see the health bar, but if I move it over there, that's how dead it is.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Darn tootin'!
You absolutely smash it. So would you like to describe how your attack?
Oh
And
well,
you-
when he kind of shuffles over, and but you can see his skin is all saggy, but he's got still like some big muscles, and he lifts up his axe and crashes it down, and it goes the wrong way, and the blunt end hits the rat that just squishes into the ground. I knew one way was front.
I don't think it matters when you're doing that much strength behind it. Orton, what would you? It's your action. There's rats right behind you.
All right. Can I reach it from where I am?
Yep, they're 5 foot away from you.
Perfect. All right. Do I have advantage because of flanking?
You do have advantage for flanking.
Got you. Finally, some sort of fight. And I will use my rage right away.
So remember to account for your rages as well, attacks. They do tick
Yep.
down.
Yeah, exactly. 8
So-
bludgeoning damage. Wait, bludgeoning? Oh, right, yeah, more hammering.
Yes, Warhammer.
I forgot that
8
it has
damage,
Warhammer.
and that's another dead rat. Very simple kill. Would you like to describe your attack with your Warhammer?
He just basically, with the Warhammer, just a little bit of a hop and just BAM! Straight down onto its head, crushing it flat as a pancake onto the staircase.
And of course, there's a lot of blood everywhere. Just like biology in school. Jaleel.
All right, yeah. So, I got some pretty long arms. Could I move forward and with my pike attack this giant rat right there?
You need to get... You've got reach, so you've got an extra 5 foot reach on top of, but Monty is in this square here.
Right, but I
So
got
you-
long arms.
Yes. So what's your pike range?
The pike has reach, and then I have long limbed. If not, I'll throw something. But
Wait,
I'm just wondering if
so
I
you
can
got
get.
so you're talking about 10 foot. So normal
Yeah.
reach is 5. You got 10. You got 15. Holy, yep, you can move to here
Okay.
and still.
And I'm just gonna kind of reach around Monty and just poke at the rat with my pike.
So I heard the idea in the session 0, but it didn't really coin on till, oh my god, you have reach of that much. 7 damage is enough to take down and shish kebab your last rat.
Oh, what was that?
Could I just like push him off the edge and let him fall to his death?
Okay, you can do it the nice way and just push him off the edge. Just scuttle off, and he falls to his death. So that was a quick initiative. That was a quick encounter.
They didn't even get to fight.
They didn't even get to
can't-
fight.
Can't see nothing. I light my lantern.
Mm.
Oh, there
Ah,
we are.
Yeah.
Get that pussy light out of my face. Ugh.
I couldn't see diddly squat without it.
Ah, you above grounders and your I need to see in the dark without my eyes. Pfft. Get a grip. Ah well, at least you fight good.
You are lucky that you were actually on the bottom of that combat because you were technically in semi-darkness or in dimness. If you were at the top, you would have been disadvantaged for light. You were really close. So, and that's the encounter. You can move on. There's, as far as you know, everything is
down.
perfectly safe.
All right, Snake Man. I'll be taking your share of the treasure since you didn't kill a rat.
Hey, leave him alone. Or else you gotta deal with me too.
All right. We'll give him another chance.
Go ahead, take my share of rat corpse. I don't care.
Oh, come on. Put it over a spit roast, put a little bit of, ooh, that nice mushroom juice. Ooh, you got a snack.
I thought snakes ate rats.
Quit your yapping. Let's get moving.
So if you're watching at home, we're using dynamic lighting, which is why it gets darker the further we go down. And if you click on certain characters, they have a lot more light because they've got natural ability in darkness.
It's almost as if I have bright vision and dim light.
Yes, almost totally. But your vision will also react to someone else's other light source, such as the lantern. So it's not actually a torch, it is a lantern. We just don't have the lantern token, I'm sorry. We thought we'd do this right before we started. But it's usable, and Monty's eating rats.
Yeah. Rats.
Oh, that's ice cream and rats. Oh, that's just mean. That's. I'm just going to delete your character right now. You fall off the cliff.
It's actually fresh out of the oven brownies.
Okay.
Jack brownies.
On pressing forward.
Yeah, we're pressing forward. There we go.
Dark as balls
So
down
this
here.
is going to be a bit of a load time because it's a bit bigger.
Oh dear, it's much bigger.
Yep, much bigger. Just tell me when it's loaded and I'll ping you where you are.
Hey, there we go. It's loaded.
I have a loaded black box.
Yes, it's
I
going to be
have
black.
nothing. Yeah.
So that should direct you to where you are down the bottom corner.
Is my lantern still? It's
There you go. I put one in for you.
There we go. All right.
So
Is there
for
a door ahead of us?
So for people working in Roll20, you can just have a little token of a lantern or something like that, put the light on it, and then I've just assigned a character to it and just dragged it off the side onto the map, and all the players can move it. That's what we've got with that lantern. Oh.
I'm going to make it a little harder on you, Karsh.
No,
gonna
I'm actually
cast-
used to it. If you had spells, you would have. If you had spells like fireballs and things like that, I use dynamic lighting on those too.
Well, I am casting a spell. I'm casting Control Flames on the lantern to double the output of the light.
Of course you are. I knew it was coming.
My wife was a druid. I picked up a couple things.
There we go. So that's much
Yeah,
brighter.
that's better.
So the narrow stairs empty
never-
into a small courtyard, apparently to the top of what was once a crenellation battlement. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. The floor that stretches away to the north and south is composed of layers of treacherous crumbled masonry which reaches unknown depths. To the west looms the surviving structure of what was once the sunless citadel. The tower stands to the west side of the courtyard. And that's where you find yourself.
All right. Where can we move forward from here?
Well, there is a door here.
I'll go
I walk through
here.
that door.
Oh, I'm lagging a bit here. Okay, so can we get a check, please, for Orton?
What do you need
can
me
we-
to do?
Well, just hold on a moment. I'll show you what's just happened. It's always more fun to show you.
Oh
So
no!
does that give
a
you an
key!
idea?
That's a big T.
Ah!
There you go. So as you cross over this section, you either fall or you don't fall. So can I get a dexterity check, please?
Dexterity saving throw.
Sorry, an acrobatics. Acrobatics.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
It's not a hard one, but I don't think you're going to be in the Olympics soon.
Did I fall?
As you fall into a pit, which has got some debris down there, which softens your fall.
Ooh,
So
how much damage
least-
should I take?
At least you're not going to get injured by it. And on the upside, you've also got company. As there's a giant rat that got trapped down there a long time ago after eating the last person that came in here.
Ah, you were waiting for me, weren't you, you little... setting traps like a rat.
So you've got a giant rat sitting there,
Ah,
and he will attack.
appropriate.
Old Bjorn's there, and oh, everything's laggy on my screen.
Oh no.
It's just my Roll20 seems to be lagging a little bit. Still don't have one for Janelle? and Monty.
How far down am I?
You're only about 10 foot.
Okay.
But the soft debris, the bottom layer is just not really hard or spiky or dangerous.
Gotcha.
So you didn't actually get any damage from the falling.
I'm starting
And
to see a
Bjorn
pattern.
gets to react first.
All right. I pull out I'll just drop my axe and pull out a javelin. Say, "Hey, Squirt, duck!"
And the dice. Oh no! There we come. A 15 is a hit, and an 8 is a kill.
All right, you done playing around down there? You gonna come back up or what?
Hey, that was mine!
You better bring my javelin up with you. I drop him a rope.
Yeah. I grab the rope as I climb up.
You're heavy for a little guy.
Yeah, just means that you haven't been working on your arms enough.
Just remember, when you get your javelin back, to click the ammo on your sheet. So that's in class resources.
It's resources.
So it says javelin on class resources, right next to your rage.
Oh, yeah.
Click that back
I'm
up,
in rage.
and it goes to 4. So right there. There we go. So
Did it
the
go?
person that's got the absolute most experience in Dungeons and Dragons and role playing, very little experience in this. I feel a little bit vindicated seeing you've got far more experience when it comes to D&D, even to me. So I can teach an old dog new tricks.
With Roll20, easy.
I like Roll20 for certain things. Still love face to face, but that's the trap. Slowly, now you're out of it, slowly starts creeping slowly back to reset itself.
Damn traps.
This is why I let you all walk first.
Yeah.
Maybe we better start looking at stuff here before we go running ahead from now on.
And he reaches up and grabs the door and opens it, or pushes it past.
Now I'm noticing I can't move this lantern marker or token.
You should be able to.
You can.
I just did, yep.
But I'm clicking it, I get nothing.
I have a control over this lantern.
Oh,
Maybe drag out your own lantern off of the.
that's a good idea.
Yep.
Oh, you're pretty smart.
Boy.
That's using the old bead.
Okay, I'll delete mine then.
Oh God.
We only need one. We've only got one lantern. So there was a call for opening the door recklessly, I believe it was.
You cast your magic on that lantern, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I step on through.
So I'll just
Ooh, that's cool.
extend that lantern. 60. There you go.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
And I believe if you click
I'm going to
and drag-
slow down and just take a good look around. Make sure I'm not stepping on any traps.
A good idea. This tower. So this is a circular area that is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies of 4 goblins, apparently slain in combat. One corpse stands with its back against the western wall. A spear that killed it still skewered it, holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead from this area. The one that you came in from. One down the bottom here, and one up the top. The hollow tower is A hollow tower of loose masonry reaches 30 feet into the air, but all the intervening floors and stairs are gone, except for a couple of crumbled ledges well above you.
Left or right? Sorry.
And if you'd like to do a search for traps and things like that, you can do a perception or investigation, most likely.
All right. That's exactly what I will do. Oh, no, once again.
It's in there somewhere. Whoa, that came out fast. Investigation. There we go. You believe that there is nothing trapped or hidden in this area.
Taking your time for. God, let's just get going.
You also believe that there is nothing
Yeah, I guess
hidden or
it's
trapped.
okay.
Good. Now let's go. We'll go up to the right. Because the dwarf is always right.
As a door opens behind you. Yes.
Oof.
Ooh.
This is a dungeon, so this is going to happen a lot.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Oh yeah, they're
How the
bad.
tides have turned. Oh damn. Literally the exact opposite of earlier. Like that some.
So I can just do that. And
It's a skelly man.
just drag and move it. That's the easiest way of doing it. Yes, a couple of skeletons. I can even show you handouts if you've never seen them before. But I think you've seen skeletons before.
I think we've all seen skeletons before.
There we go. So for everyone in chat, there we go. A nice skeleton. And
And for us
let's
to-
go to the character sheets. So
That's a nice helmet.
as you're walking into start inspecting the door on the other far side of the tower, a door just creaks open behind you, and you hear this and start walking. Hotkeys are changed. Let's do this properly. There we go. And move them in. There we go. Thereabouts. I think you can only get to there, but yeah. And they attack. The two skeletons below Monty are going to attack Monty. The one below Jalil is going to attack Jalil. So Jalil first. I believe that's going to be a hit.
That definitely hits.
It's only 3 damage. As he swings with his rusty short sword. It looks so frail and fragile that as it hits you, rust flies off it and dust flies off it. 2 on Monty. Is 13 a hit on Monty?
13 is not a hit on Monty.
Ooh. So I will say we'll call you Monty. Unfortunately, former partner had a snake called Monty, not Montgomery. It was a python. So that my mind's just clicking to Monty.
Python.
It's the same dumb joke, so why not?
It's the same dumb joke. Yep. So 2 attack Montgomery Python and both miss, although 1 did attack Jalil and hit. And that is their actions. That is all they're doing. They look like they were once maybe archers or guardsmen in the tower long ago that were trapped here when the tower and everything fell. And Montgomery.
Longbows? Mmm.
hate undead.
It would be better if you actually could hit them, because that's not going to hit.
Okay then.
That's a total miss.
That is the entirety of my turn.
I was expecting you to do your poison spray, but okay.
They're undead.
True. And it hasn't stopped people before. Jaleel?
Alright, I'm just gonna attack one right in front of me. I will rage before I do that, though.
The good old rage. So rage is your bonus action, I believe.
It is.
And then your pike. Can your pike do it that close? Are you able to?
It's up to you. I honestly don't know.
Okay, I'll let you. It's like you're just more pushing it.
I have other stuff too, but
Yeah. You're just more pushing it with the flat instead of the pointy end.
okay.
Because pike kind of have a bit of an issue in real life if it's targets really close to them.
Right. Okay.
But 12 piercing damage on the pike is a lot of damage, but not a kill.
That's fine.
So I'll put the layer to the front so you can see just how. There's this token. That's how much health it's got. Huge amount of health. Was there any other actions you would like to take?
No, that's my turn. Jalil's just gonna growl angrily. And that's his turn.
So it sounds a little bit high for me.
Oh,
No, not me. It's just my audio sound was too high.
okay.
Bjorn.
All right, I will. Now it looks like, oh, that darn snake is having trouble. Now you said you were giving advantage for flank.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well then, let's do that. Aha! And we'll give this guy right here. And
Okay.
I've left my lantern on the floor, so I'm going to be using my battle axe two-handed.
Yep.
All right. Oh. Oh.
Would you like to describe that, Fela?
Oh, and I missed the advantage. Damn it.
Oh no, you can do it
You're
again.
gonna give me.
Yeah.
Oh,
do it again.
nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Just remember to click on it. Would you still like to describe that failure?
Yeah, when it's his turn, he's like, huh? And it seems to be kind of in a daze, and he's comes over and seems to just lose his balance and. Oh, my hip!
What did you say, Sonny?
I told you you should have gotten that checked out.
Orton?
Ah, you guys can't do anything without me.
Apparently not. Where would you like to go?
20 feet right there.
I see you've got it figured out.
Yep.
I'm still learning the new movement keys.
Yeah, I don't like that they changed it to Q and not spacebar, but
Well, that's certainly
Just-
going to hit on either one of them.
and he's just nonchalantly just not even looking at the thing, just poosh as he walks by, and he's just gonna keep on. He can't walk by without triggering a opportunity attack.
Nope.
And he just turns to face and just ready his action on this guy. So that is my turn.
Yep. So as your warhammer hits into the skeleton, the bones just crumble and splatter so quickly. You think that the warhammer is certainly the weapon to use against it. But we have now everyone's joined the fray. There's new targets. They're going to swap targets. So, Orten's going to be attacked, and so is old Bjorn. Spread the damage, like silly skeletons would.
Who's that against?
So that's on Orton,
That's a miss.
and this is on old Bjorn. And so both miss again.
You can't hit the broad side of a barn.
Yeah, that's right. You tell him.
Apparently they can't hit that at all. And I've just realised that my deaths counter has not been reset because that was linked directly off the Bards game. So I'll just reset that.
Oh.
Yes, we do have the deaths counter. Because we're expecting them.
Apparently skeletons
Hopefully
can
it'll be
hit
0.
There we go. So that's their turns. And it's on
Okay.
Montgomery Powerton again.
Let's try this again. I have an advantage now for flanking right if I hit that one south of me.
Yeah.
Ah, I forgot to hit it. Oh well.
It's still going to be a hit. Whether you want to roll again for a critical was up to you, but yeah.
Okay.
5 damage.
Yeah.
There we go. So anything else? Any other actions?
Nah, I'm not raging yet.
Nope. Just remember to keep track of your rage. It's in your class resources. So if you use a rage, click one of them down. Because that's also on your tokens in those grey bars above you.
Yeah. I've been using Roll20 for 2 years. I'm pretty
Yep.
used to it.
Just. Jalil?
I'm just gonna attack the one southeast of me.
Yep. So that's advantage. Whoa. And that's a heck of a lot of damage. That's a kill.
Doing damage.
There we go.
Better.
Lots and lots of death.
Gonna turn to Montgomery and be like, "Nice work, Snake Man," and then I'm just gonna move around his backside here. And that's my turn.
Yep. Oh, Bjorn, you've got one right next to you.
All right. Just move a little over here. And as part of my move, I am now holding a hand axe. It is in my offhand. And I will begin with the battle axe. And then on the offhand.
Okay, so that's both the same hits, both the good hits. 13 points of damage. Come on. Sorry about this, my Roll20 is actually really sluggish at the moment. Both hits do all the damage you needed to do. And you got another
Jeez
kill.
Louise!
But someone that wants to die, you're certainly too good at killing to die.
I'm not just going to give it to them. They're going to have to take it.
Oh, that's the end of the combat. That's the end of...
Just like my wife said on our wedding night.
Oh, we'll just skip past that.
Are there any more of them in here?
Well, you check into the little cabin in there. So there's a little pocket that is damp and cold, and the 3 archers seem to have stayed there seem to have been locked in there since the tower fell. Inside, you do notice some arrows and some really crappy old bows that look like they're about to break. Even the skeletons themselves, their armor looks like it was falling off them. Their swords look like they were about to break, and they would if they
How
actually...
close are those longbows to break it?
If you roll certain numbers, they will break. You do notice, though, in one of the quivers, there's certainly one arrow that stands out. Only a single arrow. That is clean, pretty, and pristine.
What's with this one? I pick it up and look at it.
Looks like it's magic. If only one of us had a bow.
Do any of us have a bow?
You know how much a bow costs? In my day, we could get a bow for 4 copper.
I have a sling. I pull up my slingshot.
We all have slings. Because we're
Speak for
poor.
yourselves.
Old age pension doesn't pay what it used to.
Surprised they even do have
Anybody want
one.
it?
I'll take it, and I'll take one of these bows too. If it breaks, it breaks.
Good luck. Pop
Okay.
the arrow into your hand and walk off.
I'll take some of these crappy arrows too. What the heck?
So I'm just going to move that out to there. I'm going to drag and drop a bow onto your character sheet. If my stuff's working. So everything's so sluggish. Okay, so it wasn't a long bow, they were short bows.
Okay.
All right, who's gonna try opening a door again?
Wrong one.
Me.
All right, let's see it, White Dwarf man.
And walk up to the door and try and open that door again.
Wait a cotton picking minute for me.
Well, hurry up, you're too slow.
I'm just... Wait up for me, the DM! I'm actually almost done. And the arrows are only going to do D4s because they pretty much, as they hit, they're going to break on impact and shatter. So they're not going to do as much damage.
Okay.
Except for one arrow, which is going to do double that. But I'm not going to put the arrow onto your sheet because it's a +1 magical arrow. Let's go back to the opening the door because that's where you wanted to open.
Yep.
There we go. Opened. You can now see into the corridor.
Come on, get a move on.
Wait a cotton picking minute.
Stop picking cotton and get those feet moving.
So the corridor looks like it's been used for a bit, but it's not well trodden. There's a door at the very end and a door to the north and south.
I will open the one that I'm right beside.
So the southern, it's locked.
How brittle does this door look?
A couple of barbarian hits.
Alright, I'm gonna take my warhammer, just sort of twirl it around in my hand, two-handing it, and I am going to just... I am just going to baits this and just go at it.
Yep. So I'm not going to
I'll
take...
turn off advantage, but...
Yep. I'm just looking at the damage. So one hit, it moves, you can hear the wood splintering. You're making an absolute ruckus though. But yes, the wood certainly... And the second one just destroys the door. It flies off its hinges.
He just got a smug look on his face, picks up his shield again, and just walks on through.
Who needs a pickpocket? Or locksmith?
You
I
gotta...
think he woke up the whole citadel.
Good, I'm looking for a fight!
Gonna be waking the dead.
Oh, you already have. So, 14. So the stone relief. So I'll actually describe the door as well, which you just smashed. Has a stone relief of a dragon, dragon-like fish swimming. And when you open the door, or when you smash open the door, really, this 10-foot by 10-foot chamber. I'll get into that. There we go. This 10-foot by 10-foot chamber of hewn stone contains an upright keg fashioned out of rusted iron. Rusted pipes lead from the keg into the floor.
I walk in and walk up to it. Look like booze?
Look like what?
Does it look like booze?
It looks like a big rusted keg. With pipes coming out of it.
Those pipes probably contaminated whatever was inside. Bah! Useless. And he'll push his way back out past old Bjorn. I can't be opening all the doors. You, Delay, open that one.
Can I put an ear to the door and try and see if I hear anything on the other side before I open it?
Oh my god, caution after hitting the other door with a sledgehammer. Perception, please.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I had advantage, but...
No, you didn't, but I take if you mistake the roll, I'll take the first one.
Yeah.
As in the left. No, you don't. Even with a 16, you don't believe you hear anything.
Okay, I don't know why that... No, here we go. Forgot to uncheck the chat dice. I don't
yes.
have a chat dice.
Oh, so even 10, you don't think you hear anything.
So 10.
Yep.
All right. I'm just gonna sneak in real quick. Can I open the door and then see what's inside?
The door is not locked. And the description of this room is this is a ruined chamber that stands empty of all but litter and rock debris. There's nothing of note in this room.
Well,
I'm gonna turn back and be like, nothing in here.
good.
Did you
Go
take
down
a
and
good look?
Yeah, sure I did. There's nothing in here.
Yeah, your generation does everything halfway. Get out of my way. I'll take a look for you. Take a good look around the room.
What are you looking for specifically?
Any secret doors?
So that would
or
be an
secret,
investigation.
Compartments. And investigation.
Investigation then, please. I know it could be perception. I don't... Yeah. You don't believe you found any secrets or anything hidden.
There ain't nothing in here.
That's what I said.
Well, you didn't know.
Sure.
All
I
right,
did.
come on, let's get going.
Fiddlesticks.
And open up the door.
Okay. Oops, I was right. Oh, on the right one. There we go. I've got to come back to that later. I'm putting things into a corridor. So this crudely... So I'll read the description of this room as you walk in. Crudely executed symbols and glyphs ascribed in bright green dye decorate this large, irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the centre shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole which stands empty. A small wooden bench draped with green cloth next to the cage, which is here, and has several small objects that rest on it. A bedroll lies near a wooden bench on the south, and the sound of whimpering comes from inside it. So cage,
What's on the table?
table, large fire pit, and bedroll with whimpering. On the table.
Yes, what's on the table?
Yes,
The keys on the table.
So this bench seems to be a tiny altar of sorts. Resting on it contains several containers of several containers of green dye, a paintbrush made of looks like hair or bristles, 4 tiny jade figurines of dragons, And that's all you can see that's on the table.
I'm gonna take one of those figurines of dragons.
I will also take one of those figurines of dragons.
Looks like there's one for each of us. I'll grab one.
Ah, it'll make a
You,
good
you
showing.
get your figurines. Something's whimpering over here. I open up that bedroll.
There you go. So a tiny figurine of the dragon is worth 15 gold. So they're not that bad, but they're not high quality. As for the whimpering, you can hear whimpering coming from the bedroll. Do you approach cautiously or loudly, or who am I asking? God.
I probably am not worrying about stealth because I think something might be hurt.
Okay. So how do you approach it, or how do you get the
I would
attention?
I'd actually probably trot over there, and then I'd say, "There's something hurt over here," and then I would just put the lantern down here, and reach out and open up the bedroll.
Okay.
I do have my axe in the other hand, just in case.
Just in case. So a kobold emerges. Well, a kobold was whimpering under the bedrolls, and he's startled by your presence and by your light as well, because kobolds do not like light. And he tries to grab the covers from you and tries to curl back, but you're way too strong for him, far too strong.
How are you,
Oh,
little one?
Um,
And I'll say
doesn't-
that in Draconic.
I was going to say he doesn't respond, but if you say it in Draconic, he does. Well, was it how are you, or
I said-
who?
I said, how are you, little one?
He shrieks when you speak his language, and he certainly looks frightened. You don't even have to get an answer. He is frightened.
Okay, scared. Well, we have no reason to hurt you. We're just adventurers passing through the dungeon. We're gonna leave you be.
Are we?
Did you tell it we're gonna kill it?
I just look at them both. Why?
It's a scaly little lizard.
It's an intelligent, scaly little lizard. And it's basically a child.
You let it live, and it's gonna nest. You'll never get rid of them until you call someone.
We don't own this place.
What
They're
color?
gonna get out, and you can have them in your house.
I don't live anywhere near. This is. We're in an illusion.
Uh,
Are we fighting or what?
Leave
I
it
think
be.
we're letting this vermin go.
All
It's
right.
on
then.
this.
All
Can I-
right,
can I-
get out of here, vermin. Get out.
Can I get a list of races in the party?
Yanti.
I am human.
Yep.
Orf Duragar.
And
Bugbear.
bugbear.
Yeah.
So bugbear, Yonti, human, and
Basically.
Durga.
Dwarf.
Dwarf. Okay.
I'd like to point out that, like, the human is the odd one out in this group.
Yeah. And the saltiest one too. I just wanted to make sure, because there was talk about other races, and I just wanted to make sure if we got it right. He seems really frightened, and he doesn't want to even, like, he's just, he points to the cage, and then and just, like, yeah, he's very much scared.
What's in that cage? He's pointing at it like there's something in there.
Do you see? Is there something in the cage?
Do a perception.
I was
All
asking
right.
him.
Well, for those, not, he responds that not in the cage, out of the cage. They took him.
There ain't nothing in there that I can see.
You can also
Yeah.
see
Nothing.
that the bars were broken.
Ow.
The bars were broken out, not in.
Hmm.
On the east side.
Yep. So the bars go outwards, not inwards. And he says that they took him.
What
They
color
stole.
cobalt?
They stole him. You help bring back. You help Mopo. You bring back, and you get reward. Yasudol will give you reward. Yeah.
He said he'll give us a reward if we help get the thing that was kidnapped.
What, this thing? It's got a reward? No, like...
The-
Where's your reward? Give me your money!
I
You little
thought-
vermin!
Jalil's all over this.
I don't think he has the reward. He made it sound like someone else was giving it to us.
Oh. Reward for what?
Whatever was in the cage got taken. It was some. I'm just trying to turn back to him in Draconic. What was it? Friend, animal?
And well, friend. Yes, friend.
Do you know the race?
Old one. We worship it. He will be our
Okay.
leader.
Some form of ancient deity being.
What?
A god. A god wouldn't be locked up in a cage.
Cobalt's a weird man.
Does he mean like an old kobold?
Maybe. For all I know, it's some bearded gecko.
Maybe kobold gods can get locked in cages? I think that'd be
Yeah,
pretty
they're pretty
pathetic.
small.
Ask him how much money it's. Ask him how much money's in the reward.
I don't know what you're saying.
I was trying to speak to
Yeah.
Montgomery, but
I don't know
Here's
what
what
one.
you ask him. Ask him how we're gonna know this god when we see it.
How are we gonna know this ancient being when we see it?
It's cold. It has scales.
Okay. How are we gonna know that it's not you?
It's white. We're red.
Thank you. It's white, cold, and covered in scales.
Wait a minute. We're talking about a dragon, aren't we?
He knows
Possibly.
that. He knows the common word for dragon, and his face lights up.
Yeah,
Is it a-
yeah, dragon. Dragon. Ah!
I'm just gonna turn. Baby dragon?
Cow cracks. Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't a big one if it was in there.
Baby dragon is ancient one?
sounds like it'll be worth a lot of money, though. That's what I'm after.
I'm just gonna turn
Them
back to the
dragons,
others.
them dragons live forever.
I'm just gonna turn back to the others and whisper in common. I think the dragon's worth saving just to sell later.
You just watch yourself. Them dragons bite.
It's a baby. We'll be fine.
Their teeth are sharp.
Okay.
You ever
Put your
been
hand-
bitten by a dog? Imagine the teeth a lot sharper than a dog.
Are we gonna stand around here talking all day? Or are we actually gonna do something?
If they hate light, why do they have such a
Oh,
large fire?
hold
pit?
your horse, Disorton.
I'll take you to Yasudol. Yasudol will offer a reward. You do this, Yasudol will give you a reward.
I turn to them. He's saying he'll take us to a person. Yazida, I'm probably saying that wrong. He said that if we take him there, he'll take us there. Person will give us reward for getting dragon.
All right, we'll try. But if it bites me, I'm killing it.
Ah, good sort of tell over drinks.
All right, let's
But that does
let's
not
maybe
help my
head over to one of
pronunciation
these
at all.
doors.
Yeah. I can't
Does
pronounce
he
either.
know which way?
I'll take you to Yasdriel. I'll make sure you have safe passage. And you
Okay.
come. You follow me, Poe.
He said that if we follow him, he can show us the way there, and nothing will attack us because of safe passage.
All right.
Let's go.
Safe passage, unsafe passage, it's the same.
So, and he starts moving down the corridor, and you hear him shout out a word. In Draconic, It doesn't really make sense what it is. It's like not a descriptive word. It's but it's tickle corn. Yeah. But he calls out that as he goes to the corner, he calls out tickle corn and then moves around the corner.
Feeling that was some sort of passphrase.
Yeah. And it's exactly what you think. It's a passphrase, yes. And again, as he's moving up here, he says it again. And I'll move up to here. Everything's lagging, so it looks like you're moving just one step at a time, but
I see
may be.
another one of them.
yeah.
I'll handle the negotiations.
Okay. So he actually moves past. I'll give you a description of this area because it's actually quite different from the rest of the dungeon. And you may be able to notice it's got light.
There's more of them in here.
There is.
It's a trap.
Or they just happen to have lived here.
Kobolds don't like light. This is a trap.
Okay. So a double row of relief carved marble columns march the length of this long, large hall. Worn carvings depict entwined dragons along each column and along the outsides of the wall. As the other kobolds see Meepo, they spit at him and they let him pass, but they clearly show their disgust with him. But they don't. They pay attention to you, but they let you pass.
The heck did he do? I say to one of the guards.
In Draconic,
Yeah.
he lost Calocrax. He has no honor. He let them take it.
Says the elite god about the tiny man.
Yep. You also notice that the elite kobolds are much bigger. They're very much militant in their behavior. And so it keeps all the way to the end. Yeah. So all the way to the left. Let's see if I can pick up. Nah, it's not going to work. Oh. This is probably the lowest bandwidth I've ever done a show with. But we're stable. We're not cutting out. We're just losing a couple of frames every now and then. It's my Roll20s. A little bit. So as you move up, the other kobolds move up as well. And they're just standing behind you. There we go. And the description. You should be able to see the end with your lights.
Yep.
Yep, just. Okay. That's why you've got so much light now with your spell. So, a short... Got a handout too. So, let's do this. There. A short throne stands near the west wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry that was once that stacked against an old altar. On top of the altar sits a variety of small items. The portion of the altar that serves as the throne's back features a carving of a rearing dragon. A metallic key is held firmly in the dragon's open jaws. And you should be able to see the handout now.
Yeah.
So
Yes, we can.
sitting below the rearing dragon with the key is a confident little kobold in almost a robes or a Romanesque type look. He holds himself in quite esteem, and he's chattering with the elite bodyguards next to his throne. As you enter, they stand guard, they rear themselves up, weapons ready, but not drawn, but ready in case something goes. But he doesn't look as concerned with your presence. And Meepo, on the other hand, is a lot more well, not hiding, but a lot more meek in the presence of his chief. He introduces you as grand adventurers that are not like the other grand adventurers. These ones will get Calicrax back. These ones will do the job. You offer, and they get him back, and Meepo good again. And Yazridol doesn't really acknowledge Meepo's presence, but he starts speaking to you in common. He says, "So you come, and you get our dragon back. You bring our clan back together. What would you like in return for such a great act?"
This dragon ain't gonna bite me, right?
It's a dragon. Of course it may bite you. They do what they wish, for the most part. But
That's
Calicrax
for the birds.
is mighty. He will do what he wills.
What do you have to offer?
And he motions to above him. You can choose one of these. One of our greatest treasures for getting our dragon back. And above him is, again, well, the dragon with the key. But there are some scrolls. There looks like a feather sitting above. And a potion flask bottle sitting on top of the altar. Again, on that green cloth.
A feather, some paper, and a potion.
He's barely got diddly squat.
It's worth the story at least.
I mean, to be fair,
Who else gets to say that they saved the dragon?
I haven't the foggiest idea why I'm saying this, but I do need to die in battle, so I guess I'll do it.
what's
good enough
special
for that.
about the feather?
It's magical.
Magic
what kind of magic?
It's magical.
Very helpful.
And he
take the
points
potion.
above him. What was that?
Good for tickling, your majesty.
It has magical properties. Why else would we keep a feather here? These are our greatest treasures of the clan.
I thought maybe you just thought it was cool because I haven't really seen any birds down here.
Well, one way or another, where is your dragon being held?
Those green screens took him. They broke into our section. This used to be our temple. Well, once we claimed it first, then they came in. Them with that outsider.
Are we talking like
Outsider? What kind of outsider?
Surface dweller. Like you.
Like me, a human.
Yes.
well, a green human?
No, a white human.
No, they're green. They're an outsider. A human. Probably a Viking, like me.
When you say greenskins, you mean like orcs, goblins?
Yes, the goblins.
Ah,
And one of the elites just spits on the ground at the name.
I spit poison on the ground.
And it's just steams and just
What the dickens?
yeah, he does that. Cool, right?
Jalil's just gonna awkwardly slide behind a pillar and try and not be noticed by the kobolds, because bugbears are closely related to goblins. So,
yeah.
Slide behind the pillar next to the kobold.
As you can
Not
see,
very-
they're
not
right
very
behind you
effective.
still.
And well, I say we do it. He's sauntering up to him, and he
Which way did they take him?
Well, you've agreed to this, so Should I be merciful or should I be... I'll be merciful. Meepo will show you where to find the back way to see him. But you won't have to take him with you. He's useless anyway. He's the one that survived out of all the Dragon Keepers.
We don't want him. That's fine.
We don't want him
If
either.
it shows us the way, it'll cut back on our time spent wandering around. We don't want to waste too much time.
Why
If
did
he
you
shows
put
us
one
the
of...
way, then he can skedaddle back here.
I'm just gonna turn to him in Draconic and be like, "Why did you put one of your weakest people guarding your most important thing?"
Are you saying that in Draconic to the chief?
Yeah.
Surrounded by elite kobolds.
Well, I'm just saying it in a matter-of-fact manner.
I-
It's like a...
I'm just querying because there's an
Okay.
old thing which used to be which I picked up a while back ago, which is your actions may cause your soon and immediate death. But no, in this situation, he said, like he replies back that we lost many good souls, also many good kobolds. They didn't kill this one because he was useless. He didn't even put up a fight.
Fair enough.
So essentially,
Okay.
Meepo is that bad that they didn't even bother killing him.
I just
Probably
pat him on the
hiding
head.
under the bedroll.
I just take my sharp, sneaky hand and just pat Meepo on the head.
Oh, Yonte is so weird.
You're not getting in a pet, if that's what you think.
No,
Well, we'll do it. And he walks up with his hand forward.
I like murdering little things. I say as we go to kill the goblins.
He raises his hand with the ring.
Okay. And he grabs and shakes it.
The two elite kobolds, the bodyguard, turn at you, but they don't draw their weapons. They're ready just in case.
I just
you-
cough in Draconic, different customs.
There. A dwarf handshake is worth his life. We'll do it.
Trust me, he really wants his life to be worth.
So we're gonna take a break. We've been live for what, hour 15. So try to do
Already?
yeah, already. The combats are pretty quick. I always knew that there's going to be a lot of damage coming out from the barbarians. We're just going to be working on that healing part. Is going to be the hard one.
I got it.
I've only
A very little
I'm,
thing.
I'm the only one who's taken hits, so
Yeah, and it wasn't a big hit.
yeah, thankfully.
But yeah, healing's going to be an issue later at least.
And also rage.
Yep. So they
Maybe
take
we should
down.
take that potion.
So we're going to take a quick break. Hopefully my internet is going to be stable. We've only lost a few frames here and there, but yeah, it's okay so far. So we'll be back in probably about 5 minutes. Take a break. Thanks for watching. Stick around. Click on follow, donates, and all the other bits and pieces. It's all good. Yeah, we'll be right back. Oh, and enjoy the music from Syrinscape. So big shout out. We're using Syrinscape for our fantasy music. If you run games online or offline, they are amazing and really, really great sounds and great range of bits and pieces. So let's find some tavern music for everybody. So do nice tavern or bad tavern? Let's do a tavern brawl. So we'll send you out with a tavern brawl. So we'll be back. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Karsh Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and we are doing the single class challenge. We've just had a little bit of a break. Our first one of our 4-week episode or 4-episode thingy, whatnot. Where we have a group of barbarians, very mixed barbarians, I should say, very mixed race barbarians as well, taking on the Sunless Citadel for the first time. And we have had no deaths, which is quite surprising. We've had only a tiny little bit of damage taken, a heck of a lot of damage dealt out. But that does accrue over time with the damage taken. I will also point out they've missed a couple of things already, but those things would have probably dealt a lot more damage. So you've been pretty lucky. You've actually been pretty lucky in that circumstance. And as we were discussing on break, being a bugbear isn't too bad in this situation because the bugbear is goblinoid, but there was talk with character creation of having a goblin, which would have changed things very differently. You would have been pretty much attacked inside the kobold's lair. Yeah, and no matter what you said with Meepo, it wouldn't have worked. He may have accepted you. I doubt it though. He's not accepted himself. But we're going to jump back in. We have moved our map a little bit. We are back to the room where the Meepo was found, and we are off to adventuring. The door here is where Meepo points and says that's where they came from. That's the back entrance into the goblins area. And that's where we sent the other adventurers.
Wait, what?
You didn't delete our old tokens, so we were all back where we were.
What? Oh, I copied and pasted, did I? There we go. Delete.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, me too. I was like,
There we go. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I couldn't actually drag everybody because my interface is... So we're using Roll20. Roll20 is a browser-based interface which can do all your gaming needs for role-playing to card gaming, even tabletop warfare I've seen played on here. But if your internet connection is a little bit sluggish and you're broadcasting, which is taking up all your internet connection, it's making it hard for me to connect to things, that's all. Which is why the dice are rolling a bit funny when it comes across my screen. Because it's loading, then dice roll. I'm not kidding. I'm waiting for you to roll like 100 dice. I'm like, oh god, no. But yeah, so we're back. We're back in essentially the cage room, or the dragon pantry, or nursery. And he points to the hallway of where they came from, down here. So where would you like to go? What would you like to do? Please don't.
All right.
I know.
Where should I move this lantern?
Through here?
this door's open.
So the door is open.
Karsh, could you point out where my token is so I can put the lantern down?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. No problem. There we go. Oh,
I did it convert to my lantern again, did it?
there we go. There we go. We're good.
Okay.
Come on,
So-
let's get a move on.
Could I make a perception check to see if I hear anything coming through this doorway?
You can. The doorway is open though, so you can do a
Oh.
perception check.
Sure, why not?
Essentially, you're hearing what's down the corridor, what you can't see yet.
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good. From what you hear, there's nothing going on down there. There's no noise, no danger, nothing at all.
Come on.
Oh, hold your horses.
Well, maybe you should pick yours up.
I ain't taking no guff from no dwarf.
Durgar, get it right!
Y'all look the same.
I can say the same about you, you Hume.
Okie dokie. So this corridor looks like it hasn't been used for some time. It certainly looks like it's fallen out of use, and you should not be able to drag your tokens through the walls like that, but that could have been my lagging, not yours. Just check to see if that's... Oh, hello.
For the green.
Okay, so we got $5 donated for green. So Scramp.
Woo!
I've just got... There we go. That should be... Why I shouldn't be able to go through corners. So Scramp, you now get 1 trap dice for you to use when
Yeah.
you need to. It does not
That's
work.
right, somebody appreciates me.
I will say this, it does not work for death saves
Gotcha.
or healing, but that's skills, attacks, damage, and saving throws, generally
Gotcha.
speaking.
Basically, wherever I can check it,
Yes.
I can use.
Yes. If it could be checked for death saves, everyone asks for it. It's not a part of the character sheet. Yes, and I know who that came from. Thank you. I wasn't expecting that color though. So we're at a
What color
Della
were you expecting?
red.
Wow.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Why were you expecting red?
It's best for the chump in front.
Okay. So, are you listening at the door? Or I'll just put that back where it
Oh,
was.
hell no.
You're not listening door. You're just opening the door.
Just open that door.
That's what I was. Yeah. Well,
He's
some
got
people are
chat
doing
dice.
it carefully. Other people are not. I was just wanting to make sure.
Yep, no problems.
Right, like
I have
as
not
I was
learned my
opening.
lesson. I just step on through.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we're in a different section of the dungeon now. I've got to scroll down to find my descriptions.
No problem.
Okay, so this chamber is totally empty. As far as you can tell, it is empty.
Apart from this door right in front of us.
Well, apart from the door, of course. Yes.
Let's not waste our time in here. Let's keep on moving. And once again, open up the door and walk through.
Go. Now this is a larger corridor. It's less a corridor, but a long chamber with bits in it as well. So dust and old bits of stony debris and rubble lie scattered on the floor. An ornate fountain is built into the eastern wall. Though cracked and stained, the fountain's overarching carving of a diving dragon retains its beauty. A relief carved into the stone door on the western wall. So there's a door with a relief carved into this on the western wall.
Well, there's a door. And I walk up and I open the door.
And the door doesn't open.
Is it wooden again or stone?
It's stone.
It's a stone door? I'm looking at my...
Oh, let's look for a lever or something. I'll take a look
Yeah.
around.
So there's the door itself has a carving, was it of skeletal dragons, carvings of skeletal dragons on the relief of the door. There seems to also be an inscription on there too.
What's it say?
It says, "Rebuke the dead, open the way."
Hell, what does rebuke mean?
I believe it means we're about to kill some undead.
Ah, good. Let's rebuke the hell out of these guys. Oh, another door. He walks up and tries this one, or is it the same?
Okay, as you go further north, Can I get a perception check before you open the door?
Sure.
This is just about being north, more than anything else.
Perception.
Yep.
12.
Okay. Even with the 12, you notice that there's footsteps in the dust that go further north in here. Look humanish sized.
Going which way?
North. Up further.
Look, someone's this way.
Yeah, you're right. All right.
I've never.
Hello?
Hello?
Yep, okay. So as you go further north, you can certainly see there's sets of footprints that both go to the north and also that go back down to the south.
What's in these rooms here?
Okay. I will point this out because it shouldn't be on this layer of the map. Or is it on the right layer of the map? Just trying to find which layer this is. Okay, so you can actually see, Orton, before you move forward, you can actually see on the map that there are pit traps in this room.
Ah.
There's a pit trap here. Can you see the big T on the map?
No, I cannot. So
Oh, it's on the wrong layer then.
there's one right here. You're saying?
Yep.
Got you.
And
It's bigger than that.
there's another one there.
All right.
The two traps seem to have pitons jammed in them to keep them from essentially from
Resetting.
opening again.
Okay. All right.
And in these little rooms, they look like old cells that have been well out of disuse, and then have debris and things like that just scattered in there and piled up.
Could I just search this cell that I'm in?
Yep. So do a
that
perception,
investigation?
please.
I'll take a look over here.
Perception?
Yep.
Ah,
I can't help but notice that the turn order came up.
Hey, I wonder about that. So as you're searching, looks like everyone's searching, and everyone's now doing initiative.
If there's an option for it, of course.
Yes. And this one will do it. This one will activate as well. May as well. You get a giant rat. You get a giant rat, and you get a giant rat. Everybody get giant rats.
whoopee!
Where's mine?
Do I?
There we go.
Oh, I don't have a giant rat.
Oh,
That's right.
Are you feeling left out? Here, have a car.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I can just copy and paste. Man, that was a bad initiative though. So as you're searching the rooms, although your rolls were pretty bad, you start hearing the giant rats emerging from their nests. In Montgomery, you hear it first and you get to act first, though you can't see them. You can hear them moving.
I don't see anything in this room, though, right?
No, not in that room.
Does it all sound like it's coming from the north?
You hear them coming from the northern area, yes,
All right.
but close to you.
Okay.
I got a
does it
rat in
sound
this
like-
room.
Does it sound like it's coming in the direction of this room?
No.
Okay. I'll go check out the door that no one else is checking out.
Okay. So you can now see as you're turning around to look into that room, you can see a rat here, and there's a rat here. Whoops. And also a rat here, just on your screen.
Okay.
Dynamic lighting, it's amazing. I love it.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thread the needle between the wall and Jaliel,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna spit at that rat.
Do you spit? Holy. This is why when I saw that character, I'm like, what?
I believe the rat's gonna save though.
Yeah, he gets a con.
He
save.
does. But that's a lot of damage. Which
Yeah,
you
but it
didn't
passed,
take.
so it does nothing.
So you thread the needle. So can you describe your spitting?
The way I picture it is I just like unlock my jaw and open my mouth, and my things go, and it just goes.
And just reaches in and just hits the wall and splashes off, but misses Jaleo and misses the giant rat. Alton, you can just see, I think, the rat emerging near you.
Nah. So you gotta do it like this. And I walk up and crunch. I'm going to smack that rat.
It's totally a hit, that's for sure.
An 11
And
damage.
11 damage is well enough to take it out.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just like crunk swiping across and just crush its head into the wall beside it.
Yeah,
Like
because my
that!
12 damage is so terrible compared to that 11 that he has a much greater chance of doing some damage.
I'm just like, as a cantrip, as a spell, it's just still. Anyway, you've killed the rat. It goes flying. Bits of it go everywhere.
Now hurry up and take care of the rest of your rats. I want to get out of here.
Why do we have
And
two? There we
what?
go. For a reason, I don't know why. We had two Bjorns.
Oh,
Any other movement you'd like to do? Because you only
nope.
moved 10
I just
foot.
step back into the hallway and the hammer onto my shoulder.
Okay. Jaleel,
Yeah, I'm just gonna stab the rat in front of me
stabbies.
with my pike.
Again?
Yep.
This is total overkill. Like, they do have hit points, but total overkill.
Just
Barbarian.
stab it through the head, and then just stomp its head into a pancake, and then I will also step out into the hallway to see what's going on.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
So everyone just kills one and walks off. Kills one, walks off. Okay, so let's actually finally get to an attack. Here we go, giant rat on old Bjorn. It's bite attack. Misses.
These poor rats.
Oh well, Bjorn.
All right, I'll move. Oh, I don't seem to have a token.
You
just
should
have my
Okay,
lantern.
I just deleted. That's why. Hold on. There was 2 tokens on sitting there for some reason.
Okay,
I'll
have
bring
0.
one back. That's okay. I'll bring it back.
Okay.
As I said, things are acting up on my screen a bit, so I saw 2 tokens and I thought, oh, there was something weird there, and deleted one.
Oh, now I've got 2.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm heading down there.
Yeah.
So, and then this one I don't need. Can I just delete it? Ah,
Yeah.
I can. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I go down there. Aha! And I'll use my. The lantern will go on the ground, and I will use my battle axe two-handed.
Yep. It's gone.
Ah!
So for everyone, that's how much damage you're overkilling.
Oh god.
Yeah.
All right, mine's dead.
I'll just point out that in the Bards group when we started, we did our first session. We had 2 total party kills in the first session.
Oh no.
One of them was in the stairs. So I'm actually expecting the problem of the fact that you don't have healing to come up later, but you certainly have the damage.
Oh yeah.
You certainly have the damage.
I got my hard candies. Hey, they fix you right up.
Anyways, come on, guys. And he backs up so that he has a 10-foot running start, and he runs forward.
Well, I'll give you a description before you just
sorry.
try to jump it, so you have an idea what it is.
Speaking of hard candies, I need to take my steroids.
So, the two marked areas are traps which are jammed open, and each of them has a 20-foot pit that contains only rat bones and metal bits of filth. So this one will cost damage if you fall.
Okay. Well, I have a 15-foot jump, long jump with a 10-foot running start, so I have more than enough
Yep.
space to clear it. So
Yep.
I will just jump across.
In fact, all of us except for one of us can get across in one go. So I will jump. Ah!
Okay. So I'll give you a description as well. Now you're actually actively into the room. The cobblestone floor contains two trapdoors which are open by iron spikes. The north wall holds a dry fountain carved with an overarching diving dragon, again similar to pretty much all the others. A faint rotten stench pervades the room.
Not pleasant.
So Montgomery, how are you getting across?
Well,
Do you need some help there?
I'm
Slick.
going to
All
make
right.
I'm just gonna make that 1 foot step around the corner.
It's still a jump.
I'll grab him as he comes.
So can I get an athletics with advantage? Because you're not just walking around the corner. You're essentially trying to hold around the corner. You've got advantage to try to be pulled across. Yes, you make it. I would have said 8 or less would be a slip. But you got advantage anyway, so you could have rolled twice.
I just keep forgetting to hit the button.
Yeah. I know, it's something that's like, oh, that's right, yeah.
Wait, why can't you make the jump? What? Do you not have a high strength?
That's he's weak.
Look at my strength modifier on the athletics.
Oh God!
Yes. So not all barbarians are strong.
That's why he spits.
Juliel's just gonna mutter under his breath, I knew I should have brought that 10-foot ladder.
I said we just had to break it up and then cast, and then
So for those that
We had it all figured out.
that was the plan in the character creation of having a 10-foot ladder and breaking it apart into small pieces so it would fit through the dungeon, through the corridors, and when they needed it, they just cast Mend to put it back together, like an IKEA kit. So yeah. So again, you're in a
Was
room
donkey involved
with
at
two
one
big.
point, wasn't there? I don't
There was a donkey as well, but I'm not getting into that. So in the room, you've got the two traps in the room. You've got a door over here, and you've got another diving dragon into an empty fountain at the end of the room.
Door across this jump open.
It is closed.
Hey, you, long arm! See if you can push that door open.
Yeah, I'm on it. Can I stand at the edge here and see if my arms are long enough to try to open the door?
Oh. You think you can reach it, but the door handle is on the other side.
Okay.
but there is a door handle.
Then,
As in, on this side, you'd have to reach
Right.
for.
right. Could I go back a few feet and then jump over the pit and then try from the
you
other
can
side?
climb through the fountain, right?
Or you can climb through the fountain.
Yeah, but this is more cinematic.
Yes, you can do the dive. And for
I
cinematic, I was going to say, do you want to do an athletics roll? Which then
Why
means you can
not?
fail that roll.
Like you could
Nat
just
one,
succeed.
nat one,
or you
nat
could
one,
Nat
nat
one.
one.
Nat 20! There's a small crater on the floor on the other side.
Damn. No, you did
Show
right.
off.
So if from this side you can actually reach around with your long, elongated arms and get to the door handle and open it up.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
All right, come on.
Now just
And,
now I'm in this screen, I can move some of these other doors which I didn't move before. And scroll back up. There we go. So inside, we're already at 30. An oppressive smell comes out of this door, from out of this room. The chewed carcasses of small vermin. It looks like there's a humanoid creature in here as well, or a couple of humanoid creatures in there as well. And there's just a smell of filth and that permeates coming out of this area.
Ugh, smells like human ale. Out of the way, Bjorn.
I'm not in your way.
You are. I need a running start.
You could run through my legs, you little short
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I'll bite your kneecaps off. And I move back a little bit and then do my 10-foot run and jump through the doorway. And,
Go for it, Ace.
Whoink. And I'm in the room now.
Yes, you're in the room now.
Nice jump, hotshot.
Why, thank you.
All right, here I go.
And
Ah!
pause. Before you do that, we have
Oh my god.
an
I
encounter.
can't explain it. I can't explain
Before or after I jumped?
Before you jump,
Okay. There we go.
your jumping will be in initiative.
Got it.
it. Oh, does that not count?
And
Still
I'm
that-
just,
Double nat 20, though.
I will say this, I'm not moving these. I'm just putting them to the front layer. You put yourself where you put yourself. I just moved them to the layer. That's it. I didn't move them at all.
Nice.
So the torch has its initiative? Is that what I'm seeing?
What?
Yeah. I saw the same thing. I'm the torch.
Yes, you're the torch.
The human torch.
Oh.
Tyler.
God.
My
rolls his
natural 20 didn't
initiative.
count. Should I roll initiative again?
What did you roll?
Rolled a nat 20 before the counter fully loaded.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I'll roll
no,
again.
it was up.
No,
He just clicked on it and didn't click on himself, I think.
I'll roll again. I'll adjust what it is to what it is.
Yeah.
So I can move that to the natural 20, which doesn't really make much of a
It's-
difference.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Makes a difference.
It's still
depending on what those
ridiculous
rats
either
roll.
way.
Makes a difference to the person that's in a room full of rats.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So let's get my initiatives. And I do say initiatives plural. Of course. Yeah, that had to happen. Yep. No problem. So, as you're jumping across and you're starting to make way for the next person to jump, you're moving into the room. All of the room's full. It's full of crap in here. It really is. But from that erupt all these rats. There's 3 giant rats plus an even larger giant rat. it looks like to be the queen of giant rats, the mother of all of the giant rats in the entire dungeon. You have found Gut Thrash, the queen of the rats.
You're big! That means you have big guts! Big guts to rip and tear!
So this is her little lair. Jaleel, you are first.
Just taking a quick glance down at the pool. How deep is it?
20 feet. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
The fountain. It's only a small fountain.
Knee deep.
Yeah, knee deep, and
Okay.
it's empty. It's dry.
Oh, okay. I will step down into there and I will unleash javelin toss at that giant rat.
Yeah. No problem. So you'll have essentially cover, or a little bit of cover,
The
if
rat
you're
will-
using that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. And that's not going to hit.
Jack. I will then kind of. I don't know if this is rough terrain or not. I'll just hop over here.
No, it's not rough terrain.
Oh, then I will be right here then.
Yeah.
I want to get a good running start next turn. That's my turn.
And the rats go. So, fun thing about rats is the same thing about kobolds. They have pack tactics.
Yep.
And if you're not familiar with pack tactics, it means every single one of these attacks is an advantage. So, there's 3 attacks, 6 rolls. Oh my god. Come on.
Ah, that hits. Okay.
For 3 damage.
And that meets my AC, so if it meets it, it beats it. So
Yep.
that is
8 damage total.
Yeah, 8 damage. So minus 8.
And he's still got a huge amount of health, so just under half now. So 3 attacks, they bite and they snarl, and they're trying to drag you down to the ground, trying to drag you prone with their bites.
Oh, do you need me to make a
No,
save?
it's just that they're trying to.
Got you.
They want to bring you down to make it easier for themselves. Montgomery. I don't know how much you can see, though.
Jaleel opened the door from this end, correct?
Yep.
So it swung open towards us outwards, correct?
Inwards.
Oh, it went inwards?
Yeah.
Well, there went that plan.
Oh, you're going to try to grab onto it and... Yep.
Swing in.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
do
how's
have
the
an
roof
8-foot
look?
jump speed or jump length, eh? The 10-foot running leap. You can jump 8 feet.
I want to do this the dumb way. What's the roof look like?
It looks like stone and crumbling.
Okay, that doesn't help.
Looks like
Wait.
it once was. It looks like it was once at least very fine in small parts, but most of which has crumbled in over the ages and in the initial fall.
Step over here. When I step over here, I can see that rat.
Yes, you can.
If I can see that rat, then I can do this.
Sling. Wow. Nice shot.
Double max. Wow. Huh.
And that kills the rat with a single sling bullet.
Hello, David.
We're certainly not the Pied Piper, that's for sure.
Not bad, Ratman. Not Ratman. Dang it.
I thought you said Batman, but that's something totally different.
Batman.
I don't know.
That's the Snake Charmer song.
Is it? Okay. Anything else? Any other movement? You do have more movement, that's for sure.
Well, I used 5 feet. Hypothetically, I have 25 feet.
You're very, very quiet.
I said I have 5 feet.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, I have 25 feet. Screw it, I'll try and jump in there.
Okay, so I will need an athletics. If you're doing it at a weird angle, you don't really have a running jump. It's more of a jump. Would you like to do a dex save to grab onto the edge? Okay, so you're ending your turn holding onto the ledge with your feet dangling 15 foot down. Or at least your
Quit
tail
horsing
dangling
around.
15 foot down.
I'm not the muscular one here.
You jumped in the pit.
He's technically in. He's not all the way down though. We will end our turn there. Bjorn with our torch.
All right, can I get that one right there with the javelin?
You can.
Then I will attempt to do so.
Firing from the door.
Our fearless leader.
Woohoo!
Oh,
And that is not enough to hit.
All right.
Just
And
not enough
I'll-
AC.
I moved to here. Looks like I'm getting ready to do a run and jump, but I just don't have quite enough distance to do it. So I'm going to end my turn right there.
Okay. So the torch ends its turn. Orton, you're not in a good position.
Berserk, man! Berserk!
If I'm surrounded on all sides, it means I get to hit any way I want, and I rage. And I am going to start slicing at the rat right there.
Okay, the bottom one? No problem.
That is that.
It does actually hit.
That
And
is,
10 damage is well enough to kill it.
yeah. Your brood doesn't amount to much! And I'm growling at the rat right in front of me.
Would you like to try to move?
No, because that will provoke attacks of opportunity, and they're gonna be chasing me down anyways. I need to leave some room for my friends to get inside.
Damn.
You're assuming a lot.
I'm coming!
I'm coming, I'm
So-
coming.
So Montgomery's hanging there and all he's doing is trying to reach the door to close it. That's all. That's all he's doing. He's trying to reach for the door. Even if you do reach the door, though, you will have a ledge. So even if the door closes, I'll give you that. So Guthrash.
Doing it.
I didn't have Guthrash loaded up. There we go. So this monstrously swollen female diseased giant rat, the goblins call Guthrash, the bloated one. The giant rats that haunt the Sunless Citadel all descend from her, and that's what you're facing.
Good. A real challenge.
So she'll try for a bite first. She does have pack tactics, as all rats do. Oh, really? That's just not fun. Yep, she misses. Totally misses. And she doesn't do anything else. She doesn't want to do movement or whatnot.
Because
Jaleel?
she too knows you don't run from a dwarf.
Right. I am going to run up and jump over the trap because Montgomery's hanging by his fingertips, correct?
Yes.
So
Awesome,
please watch
so-
where you land.
Right. I don't wanna land on his fingertips if I can, but
Yep.
I'd like to jump over here. I believe that is 30 feet.
Yep. Can I just get an athletics? It's more for the case of accidentally knocking Montgomery off.
Yep.
You can make it. That's no problem. But it's a
Oh.
Wait. You do have inspiration. You can't use inspiration.
Not worth it.
if
I
you
think you have to. I hate to say this, you have to call inspiration before you roll.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's that then.
yeah. So as far as you know, you make it. You've got no problem. What would you like to do?
Right. I'm just going to stab this giant rat right here.
Yep.
With my pike.
Can I roll like a saving throw?
And that does not hit. And
Yeah.
I believe
Your saving throw was your catching on the edge.
that is my turn.
Okay. So what's 4 damage?
It's,
Environment falling.
It's a
1d6 per every 10 feet.
Okay. So it's only. I'll do 1d6 because you're already halfway there because you're hanging. So it could have been worse if you actually fell from the fall. So 4 points of damage as he jumps in. He just steps on your fingers as he lands, and it's just too much painful, and you can't grip on, and you fall down, taking only 4 damage. But you're now in a 20-foot deep pit. And it's the rats go. Oh wait, the pike also missed. Well, I was looking that up.
Yeah.
You're also pretty much blocking everyone else from entering. But that's the thing. So
Okay.
again, attacks on
They
Autumn.
Good job, Bucko.
They can't get in. They can't. Oh, I guess they'd be looking at Orton. Never mind.
Yeah, they're still looking at Autumn to kill him. Again,
Yeah.
attacks of opportunity. Oh, no. Advantage on the attack. Does hit
Does
for
hit.
4 damage. It's only 1 though
So I
because
take
you've taken out the others 2.
And that is math is hard, so screw it. I will let that thing do my math for me.
Just say -4 on the token.
Well, no, -2 because I'm raging.
Oh, yep, -2. I'm not used to barbarians. I should get used to them. I've got 16 hours to get used to them. Montgomery, you're 20 foot down. What would you like to do?
well, I can see the door though, correct?
You like got an angle issue. Yes, you can kind of see the door. Yes.
I just need to see the top.
Yeah.
Okay. I pull out my rope and grappling hook.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay. Rope and grappling hook. I
I want
will
to try and hook it into the door, top of the door, like
Yep.
between the door and the wall.
I'll say this: 3 and below, you're going to close the door.
I don't see the downside to this.
Yes. But at 3 and below, the door will close.
What
Oh,
kind of
it'll
check is
push him
this?
out too, won't it?
But getting it up there, I'd say maybe a 12.
Well, I meant like, what kind of check is this?
It would. Well, what do you think, guys?
I
Athletics?
think it takes.
I think athletics makes sense
I'm-
for throwing,
Athletics?
or it's a hit roll.
Unfortunately,
If you look at it like a ranged attack, it'd be dex. But
Yeah. I mean, it's not so much getting it up there; it's the fact that you're trying to aim it to hook it on something.
Yeah.
And that's where I
Yeah.
feel like Dex kind of comes in.
It's also the throwing because he's a weak man throwing a
It's
grappling hook about
It's-
20 feet plus, up above that another 5, so about 25 feet in the air. Not so easy.
So,
not
I think
like a-
athletics.
okay, I mean, it's a grappling hook, not an anchor.
And it's the rope itself is the weight. Yes, you do pass. You do get it. It doesn't close the door, and you think it's secure.
I'll start climbing up.
Yeah. So climbing up, you can get pretty much to the end, pretty much to here, at the end of the turn because it's 20 foot up. That's pretty much all your movement.
And then I just turn to Jaleel. I'm just like, that was my fingers. And then I go into a rage.
And then we move on. Oh, Bjorn, you've got 2 people in front of you. You can choose to ignore that and just bow.
Fine kettle of fish.
Please.
All right. Can I attempt to throw past this big old bugbear into this guy right here?
I'm going to give you a disadvantage for sure on this because the bugbear's
All right.
size mostly, and they're both blocking, and the doorway.
Fair enough. Damn, you got a big ass. Oh!
So, as you can see on my screen, one's a 20, one's a 2. Almost opposites. So, you throw in... would you like to do the description of the throw?
Yeah, he throws it, and at the last minute he sees that stupid bugbear in the way. He's like, oh! So he throws it high, and it clacks off this grappling hook that's right in the way, knocking it down into the pit. He's like, ah!
So we're missing a grappling hook. At least the javelin skitters into the room and safe. You can retrieve that. The grappling hook, a bit harder to retrieve. Would you like any other movement?
You guys doing?
Trying to fight, I think.
And
Any other movement would you like, or?
I'll back up another 10 feet again. Maybe they'll get out of my way this time.
I was actually totally expecting you to just charge through and hit them.
I was
No,
hoping
no.
you would. That would have been funny.
No, I'm not one of these silly kids with all this misplaced gumption.
Orton, you're less surrounded by the rats, but you still have 2.
I'm going after this one right here.
Yep.
Below the children first. I like your style.
So psychopathic.
Indeed. Can I? Do I have to? I have to choose right away to add the attack modifier, correct?
If you want to use your chat dice one, yes, you have to choose before you roll.
Got you. Making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not using it though. Probably should have, but
If you did, you may have passed. You may still have failed, but you definitely failed this time.
yeah.
So I'll give you a hint. You only have to get 12s.
And with that,
yeah.
I will. Yep. That is my turn.
Yep,
because I
no
have
problem.
Actions that I can do.
And Guthrash, let's try this again. And not fail. Oh. What is your armor class?
Queen.
What's that?
It's 15, so 14 or 16, okay.
Yep.
Still nowhere close to you.
Nope.
Guthrash is not doing anything. It's not disengaging, still trying to take you down, even though more people are coming in. And it's Jaleel's turn.
All right, question. Let's say I had a ranged weapon that had a range of 5 feet. Does that mean I have to be in melee range, or can I be 1 square away?
So you've got a distance weapon of 5 feet. You've got your normal 5 feet.
It's
as well.
it's a thrown thing though.
A throne with 5 feet of distance?
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
Net?
Yeah, it's a net.
Oh.
So they have to be right next to you.
So
That's
my
5
question
feet.
is that is melee range, correct?
That's also melee range, yes. But with your reach advantage, your 5 feet is that far. Because you've got an extra 5 feet because your reach.
Okay, so I can move. I would like to. Can I move up 1 square and then throw it at Guthash?
Guthrash.
Guthrash. May I toss my net at Guthrash?
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest.
Awesome.
I straight up thought it was gut hash.
I'll be honest, it doesn't have an R on it. It is Guthash. I just wrote
Okay.
it.
Ah.
Your net flies out. Would you like to describe your failure of throwing a net for the first time?
Now look.
So I reach into my pouch and I grab the net, which is just kind of in a ball because it was stuck in my pouch, and I just chuck it at the rat and it just bounces off its head and doesn't do anything.
Yep. So you came close, I will say that. But you do need a 12.
Right, yeah. Then with the rest of my movement, I would like to, let's see, like to run around to here.
Okay.
I'm gonna step around the dead rat so I don't incur an attack of opportunity from
Yeah.
Guthash.
Yep. No problem.
That's my turn.
Giant rats again. Well, they're trying to take one of these down because they know these ones are at least smarter to take one down. That's how they took the adventures down. Sorry, spoilers. 3 points of damage.
So that is
Round up.
1 or 2 points of damage to me.
That's 1.
Is it round down?
Yeah.
Okay, round down. I'll take your word. God, everything used to be round up for extra damage. The game's gotten soft on you young ones, I think.
5th edition kind of is.
I mean, to be fair, it rounds down if we used to have a barbarian as well in terms of game design.
Ooh, I gotta use more barbarians. Barbarian giant rats with pack tactics and rage.
I'd like to see a giant rat rage.
Okay, I can do that. No, wait, Guthrash is soon. So Montgomery, it's your go.
Gonna kind of step over here. Then I'm gonna spit at Mama.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Constitution. So it's the first one, not the second. That was my.
A nat 1 and a nat 20. I love it.
But that was a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Oof.
Take that
but
10
no.
damage.
10 points of damage. Well done. Oops. So that's how much damage you did to it on the bar. Give you an idea of how much it has. Any other movement or actions?
No, I'm good. I spat at it. Oh, I guess I'm not a rage because I cast the spell.
But you attacked.
But I cast a spell. Can't cast
Okay.
a spell when raged.
Oh well.
It's a melee attack.
But you weren't raging against them. You were raging against Jaleel.
Fair enough.
Probably true.
Yeah. Because it was like, that were my fingers. Then rage action. Oh, Bjorn.
All right. Finally. Jumps. Hops over here. And then he'll throw a javelin at that guy right there.
Okay. Now you got a clear shot. A clear shot and a dead rat. Only Mama left.
From where I am, do I have flanking or do I have to move up into the?
If there's two attacking, I give flanking.
Got you.
Yeah, I don't need the diametrically opposite approach.
Gotcha. All right, then I will toggle on advantage and swing down at.
You didn't need it, but you certainly killed it. So would you like to describe your final killing blow and death?
Just a swinging uppercut, just sort of whacking the head up with the shield a little bit, and just crack, trying to rip that head off with a hammer.
Oh, that's disgusting. So you finally killed Guthash, the queen of all the stench in this room, now that combat is over, is quite overpowering. This has certainly been a lair for many years, and debris has piled up, and the smells of just one over another, essentially over the years.
Maybe don't go jumping ahead next time. I'm tired of all your ballyhoo.
I'm gonna look back at my butt and then realize it is kind of big and it gets in the way. And I'm like, oh, sorry.
Just think a little bit next time. Use your noodle.
I'm just gonna shake my head at both of them and then use my grappling hook to climb back down into the pit.
Do you want to get my javelin while you're down
The grappling
there?
hook is down the pit. The javelin skittled into the room.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna lure you on a rope. Then you grab all our stuff and bring it back up.
I had my grappling hook was still
You
hooked to
got
the
me,
door.
Chief?
No,
He-
it came undone. He hit it with his miss attack.
Come
I didn't
on,
know that.
Slick. Let's get to it.
Oh,
That's why
Okay.
he's out of the pit right now.
I didn't realize that. All right, then I'll take his rope and then climb down.
Then pick up your grappling hook, then climb back up, and then...
Oh, no, and my javelin.
No, your javelin came into the room.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yes.
I reclaimed my javelins and I figured out how to do it.
If you want to get out of the pit with the grappling hook, you can always attach it to the fountain. But if you want to go back into the room, that's easy as well. But either way,
The room was nothing but rat corpses, so I'm gonna go for the fountain.
as far as you know, no one searched it.
Are you sure? I'm going to take a look.
No one's even spent any time looking.
I'm going to start looking right now. I start rooting through all this
Yeah.
filth. There's probably some dead adventures in here with good
Well,
stuff.
there is a dead adventurer, that's for sure. So as you start kicking through the refuge and whatnot, there's coins on the ground scattered in there.
See?
There's the corpse of what looks to be maybe a ranger, with several items that's actually fairly fresh too. Has studded leather armor, 5 daggers still attached to the body, a longbow, and a backpack containing a water skin, day's ration, bedroll, tinderbox, 3 torches, a quiver with only 6 arrows left. Looks to be there's a potion in there too. Little potion vial. And a little gold pouch as well with 17 gold. And a ring that's stuck to his finger, which takes a little bit of effort to come off.
Bite the whole finger off. That's how you do it. Arr!
Oh, you don't
God,
want
that's
that
disgusting.
in your mouth. Oh, you don't want that stuff in your mouth.
You bite the finger off. It's a lot easier to take the ring off now. The ring
See?
is worth 10 gold. And on the inside of the ring has the name Caracas.
What's that potion?
Says some on the inside.
So the potion. Do you have any arcane skill to identify it or have a guess at it?
Well,
You
I'm
take
asking
a
what the damn potion is. I don't know what it is.
You take a sip.
Well, I'm pretty sure with a potion you drink the whole damn bottle.
No, you take a sip and see what it tastes like.
Let me see the stupid potion, and I'll throw the grappling hook to climb back up.
Yep.
In my day, we had to sip potions all the time, and half the time they were poison, and we liked it.
I'm gonna grab my javelin and net back. So
Yeah.
Just let me see it.
You can see the grappling hook. You can get up, no problem.
Okay, I'm saying to him, let me see the potion.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just look at the bottle, pop open the cork, and take a whiff.
Take a whiff.
I smell it.
You smell it.
Can I roll either Survivor or Arcana?
Arcana is probably most likely because it doesn't seem to be poisonous, which will be survival.
Well, Arcana certainly doesn't tell me anything.
Nice sip,
Okay.
princess.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you two answers, and I'm not going to tell you which one's right. So it's either a potion of cause light wounds or a potion of cure light wounds.
It's either a potion of cause light wounds or a potion of cure light wounds. Hey, you with the druid for a wife.
What? You took a good sip there, Mr. Sunshine.
I smelled
Get
it.
it here. This is how you sip a potion.
No, I'm not giving it because I was about to drink it. And I'll drink it.
Ah,
You drinking it?
I'm drinking it. I have a 50-50 chance of this working in my favor.
You do.
Well, either
So-
that or I really have a 0 chance and it's but anyway.
Was it slash
I mean,
R?
if it is poison, you're immune to poison.
But it's not. It's a magical potion of cause light wounds or cure light wounds.
But
You heal 6 hit points.
Yay.
It was a
wasted
potion of
that.
healing.
I'm back to max health.
Some dwarf could have used that potion.
I was injured too.
and I look up
A little
at you.
scratch.
Yes.
Oh, a
Big
little
wound.
scratch. Oh, poor little baby.
more like a bruise.
More like a flesh wound.
Bits of bloody loogie. Well, I see how it is then.
Oh, whatever. Let's get the rest. This longbow looks like it isn't going to break when I use it. I'm
No,
going to take that.
it's certainly
And
quality.
6 good arrows.
Yeah, it's certainly quality. And it hasn't been there for long. But that's what you uncover from in there. And that was Guthrash's lair. What's the time? It's okay.
Dibs on
So-
the tinderbox.
We've got about an hour and a half left. So what we're going to do is just have a little bit of a break. Because I think it's a good timing for that. I'm not going to give out experience till probably much after the session because it just takes a little bit to work out what's what. Generally speaking, we have people advance usually about first level after adventure, after the first session, just as a heads up. So I'm not going to give you. We've got about an hour and a half left, yeah, we'll have some fun. And hey, Pseudo, didn't see you there.
That's me.
Okay, that's you. Okay. But I do know, Nez, thank you for coming back. It's good to see you again. I was chatting with you last night while doing the Goblin Garage Racing. Good to see you back. We're about to take a break. Stick around. We won't be long. We'll be doing some more barbarian action. And hopefully we get our first death. We're certainly lacking the bards, who I believe we're at least one total party kill by this stage. So I'm fingers crossed. That's why I have the kill count in the actual overlays. But yeah, my name's Karsh Goblin. This is the single class challenge. We're all here to have some fun. There's actually some really great role playing happening, even though this is the simplest dungeon. And already a little bit of infighting. Let's see if we can increase that to get some total party kills from there. So yeah, we'll take a 5-minute break. See you soon. Enjoy the music. Where are we? Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Karshgom, and as always, we're back with the Sunless Citadel. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for waiting. We're back for some. What was it? Shitting on rats? Was that the comment? It was just off screen. We're back to our barbarian single class challenge, where a bunch of 4 barbarians take on the Sunless Citadel over 4 sessions, or 4 hours each. The damage that they've been putting out has been astronomical. Almost everything's been one-shot kills, but the damage accumulation back on them slowly going to be starting to creep up. As it stands, Orath is only on 4 health, although everyone else seems to be on full. Jalal's down just a little bit.
I feel pretty good.
For now. And we've also been using up our rages as well over time. So what would you like to do?
All right, Stretch. Why don't you take this longbow? With those long arms, I think you'd be much better at that than old short stuff here.
All right, I'll give it a try.
So that you could have told me that beforehand. Now I have to put that onto your character sheet.
Yeah, I got it.
I
You got
did
it?
say it during the
Okay.
break. You weren't there.
I wasn't. Thanks. Yeah, just drag it onto your character sheet.
I'm
I think
keeping the crappy bow.
you're keeping the crappy one.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you also keeping the magical arrow?
Oh, I don't care. Do you want this nice arrow too?
Sure, it looks pretty cool to me.
All right, you don't waste it, right? You use your brain.
My brain
We're
isn't the
done
sharpest,
it.
but
It better not still be in the quiver.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, old guy.
You see, this one's got the smarts.
Ah, well, this does smarts.
You could learn a thing or two knee high.
So this
Let's
was-
get going.
So if you're putting the bow in, I'll drag some arrows in
Oh yeah, sure. I was already
because there's only 6 of them. God, you've got lots of stuff.
right.
Oh no, you're doing it anyway. Oh, right. And resource. And longbow, put that resource in. So we use... How'd that work out there? So we use an API in our game, which means that we can actually have ammunition, and the ammunition is tracked, which it wasn't on your sheet, but it is now. So every time you shoot the bow, it's linked to the arrows, which will then minus the arrows and minus everything.
It didn't do it when I fired my sling. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
it
can
may
set
not have
that
been
up.
linked on your sheet. I'll look over it again post game and
Yep.
check that out. I didn't expect all these range weapons. I was a bit behind with my DM prep, which I shouldn't be. But at least that's linked, and I'll link everything else later. So here we find ourselves. We're in the rat
We're in a dead end.
nest. In the dead end.
Let's
there any
take a
money?
good look for some secret doors.
Well, there would be investigations, I believe.
Nope,
And-
no secret doors.
You're quite certain there's no secret doors. Still, no secret doors.
All right.
Stop
Yes.
pawing around in this filth. Let's get going.
We missed something.